Let's talk for a minute or two about documenting your journey as a self-taught developer when you're in the learning stages. Well, you're always in the learning stages, but the early learning stages. First of all, if you're decided to do this or if you've been advised to do this, keep it simple at first, okay? So it can be as simple as the notes you take, which I'm a very analog person. I tend to take notes on pen and paper whenever possible, but you may not like that. You may want to use a digital format. It doesn't matter. Document your own personal notes just as if you were in a classroom, because you are in a classroom, albeit virtual sometimes. You're in a classroom. Take notes. I like taking coding notes via GitHub, so I can remember for sure when I was in boot camp, every little code snippet I did, I don't care if it was just a little piece from the book or something I wanted to try, I put everything in GitHub, just one huge repo of loosely organized notes, but it served a couple of purposes. For one, it was my own personal code that I could go back to and understand. Every week I would review it, and that's something I always suggest to people: review your code notes, your actual little code snippets. Code everything twice, so maybe you code it with a tutorial, like if you're on Udemy or Udacity, you code it once with the tutorial, then code it again on your own. When you code it again on your own, save that version. That becomes a form of documentation. Different things that you learn. So some early learners just need to get consistent in coding every day. So that's where the whole idea of 100 days of code come about. So that's one form of documentation. Getting on Twitter or whatever social of your choice and making just a small blurb about, here's what I did today, here's what I learned today, here's what an aha moment today, here's what confused me today, here's what baffled me today, whatever. But doing it for 100 days of code, that gives you a nice reference to go back to yourself. It also helps build that consistency of learning and growing every day. Now on the next level, documenting your journey can be about videos, right? You can do videos, you can make content if you want to, you can write whole blog posts. That serves a lot of purposes, and I'm not going to go too deeply into that right now, but as you get into your actual career, your communication skills and ability to relate technical ideas in a simple way or an easily digestible, not so easy to say, in an easily digestible way will actually be to your benefit. It'll be a strength that will help you in terms of career, in terms of other opportunities, speaking opportunities, things like that, being able to represent companies. And so starting that early on when it's kind of in a testing phase and it's not more critical to, hey, my job is relying on this, can be a really safe way to begin that journey. So you can make content if you want to. That is not a requirement. I am not a fan of, hey, you should be going for social media fame when you're just learning where the curly braces go, as my man Anthony May says in your code. That's not the time for that, right? Networking with people, meeting people, all that's great, but this video is about documentation, and so the documentation piece at a higher level can include content as well. Hope those tips help you out, and see you around.